When I saw the trailer for Crime 101, I wasn't very impressed. I thought it looked quite generic and it looked like a film that should have gone straight to streaming. But I gave the film a shot because of the good reviews, and turns out Crime 101 was surprisingly quite good. Now, this film does not reinvent the wheel when it comes to crime heist thrillers by any means. A lot of the elements in here, both story and character, you've seen in lots of other similar types of films like this before. You know, Chris Hemsworth's character is the thief who's very meticulous with the details, and he has his set routines and patterns. Mark Ruffalo, he's the detective who's on his trail. He's figured out the pattern, but nobody at the precinct buys into it. He's also going through a divorce at the same time. Also, Hemsworth's character is forming this attachment to this girl, and that complicates his own state of mind in terms of what he wants his future to be. Does he want to carry on being the thief? And he's starting to second guess his lifestyle. Again, not original by any means, but the execution of it all is solid, and it serves as another reminder that films don't need to be completely original for them to be good. They just need to be well made, well written, well directed, well acted, which Crime 101 is. But the most surprising aspect of this film to me was that the characters had a little bit more depth than I expected them to. You know, Hemsworth is reevaluating his priorities and second guessing his thief lifestyle. Halle Berry's character, what's going on at her job, and what leads her to ultimately helping Hemsworth's character plan out this heist. Mark Ruffalo and trying to get his whole thing sorted out whilst trying to find Hemsworth's character. I'm not saying it's the deepest film ever made, but I was expecting this to be a straightforward heist crime film. Hemsworth is the thief, Ruffalo's the detective, Halle Berry's caught in the middle, and Barry Keoghan, forgot to mention him, he's the wild card in this entire thing. He was really good as well. But again, I was expecting it to be fairly straightforward. Hemsworth is the criminal, Ruffalo's the detective, but there was a bit more to it than that. The characters had a little bit more layers to them than I expected them to, and I was pleasantly surprised by that. It's not an action film, so don't go in there expecting tons of shootouts and gunfights. There's like 3 gunshots fired in the entire film, and there's a couple of car chases in there. They're actually quite well filmed with real cars on real streets. You know, practical filmmaking. We love seeing that stuff. Again, conceptually, not an original film, but again, all the elements that are in here are executed fairly well. The characters are well realised, they're well written, they're well acted, the plot is engaging and entertaining enough, and I would say Crime 101, out of the 3 or 4 2026 releases that I've seen, is the first truly standout good film of 2026. And I'm quite surprised to say that, considering how meh I was after seeing the trailer. Go watch it if you haven't seen it already, and if you like these kinds of films, of course.